So another win by the New York Yankees, 9-7 over the Baltimore Orioles in Sarasota. Jazz Chisholm was responsible for more than half the offense. He drove in 5 runs. Bottom of the first, on top of the first, he had an RBI double, scored Jason Dominguez, and then in the third inning, he hit a 419-foot home run to score Cody Bellinger and Aaron Judge. It was a 3-run shot. And then Anthony Volpe hit a home run in the 6th inning. And Omar Martinez hit a double, an RBI double to right field in the 8th inning. And then Brendan Jones with an RBI single to make it 9-5 at that point. And the Orioles scored and attacked on a couple more runs. So that was pretty much the offense for the Yankees. Quick box score, right? Now, Will Warren started this game. Went 3 2/3. Shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. Smack that like button really quickly, if you don't mind. He gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. So he was pretty good, but he got hit. Yow, NFE, baby. What's good, big man? CWE's in the building, too. Wilking Rodriguez, okay? This is a guy we'll look out for as potentially a guy who can maybe win a spot in the bullpen, okay? And he's got a good arm. An inning of third, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. He only had 9 pitches. He's the guy we'll look out for. Ian Hamilton, an inning, 3 hits, 1 run. He had 3 strikeouts. So he's kind of regaining his form to Ian Hamilton after having an injury-riddled offseason too. Yuriel Santos, an inning, a third, 3 strikeouts. The Yankees bullpen was striking out a lot of guys. And then what's his name? Indigo Diaz. He got hit around a little bit. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks. So not very good in 16 pitches. So he wasn't very efficient. And then to close it off was Yordany Ventura. Came in and finished it off for the Yankees with a clean inning, 3 strikeouts. So, Ace. What's up, brother? Love that you're in the family. Love the family loves you, man. Really appreciate you guys. If anybody that's not subscribed to the Ace Avenue or Strike Zone NFE, please make sure you guys do that. Please. Okay? And Max Coverage TV as well. Want to make sure we're supporting these guys. But shout out to everybody. We got Jonathan, Stephen B. The whole crew Beagles up in here, all things. So there's gonna be some other. I mean, around the the dish today. Twins beat the Red Sox 2-1. The Mets beat the Nationals 10-3. Diamondbacks beat the A's 11-3. And White Sox beat the Angels 2-1. The Royals beat the Reds 11-8. Astros beat the Marlins 11-0. Blue Jays beat the Rays 4-1. And the Braves beat the Phillies 7-0. If you haven't heard, the Braves signed Alex Verdugo. So he's going over to Atlanta. And again, I'm not surprised, too, because they're looking to get rid of Jared Kelenic. So this just makes sense. So if they add somebody with veteran presence like Alex Verdugo, who can provide some good defense, pretty good for them. So, no, Diaz didn't look great. Yeah, I know. He did not. Yeah, he got $1.5 million, man. Got $1.5 million. So, not surprised. I mean, he's not going to have a spring. No ramp-up period. That's why they already optioned him to AAA. So he's going to start in the minors. So, which makes sense too. We got to let him ramp up at the lower level before he comes up to the majors. So, but this Yankee team just looks like it's a fun team, a hungry team, right? And they look more athletic. They just look more balanced. They look more patient at the plate, more disciplined at the plate. So, no, Hill's not out for the year. Hill's supposed to be back in June. It's not too late for a trade, CWA. I don't know if you heard, they're going to be looking to make a trade next week. They're going to be targeting guys who are either out of options or who have 1 option left and get option next week. So when you get option off the 40-man. So they're going to be looking to add a guy. And, the original plan was to have somebody platoon with Oswaldo Cabrera because he can't hit lefties. He is about 270 versus righties, about 170 versus lefties. So they're looking to bring in a right-handed bat who can hit lefties better than Cabrera. Now, Peraza is out of options, so I can't see him making the roster, to be honest with you. Hate saying it, but I just can't see it. DJ, I think he's going to wind up getting cut at some point as well too. So yeah, St. John's, they're playing right now. St. John's is playing right now. So we don't know if a huge trade in CW. I don't know. We have no idea. So yeah, Alan Winans and Brandon Lee Brand were reassigned to minor league camp. No surprise. So it's just talk about Aaron Judge. Like, it's just, don't worry about that, Brandon. I wouldn't worry about that. I think they're going to either trade Peraza or put him on waivers, which will lead to a release. So they can't DFA him, because then it's almost the same thing as an option. He has no options left. So he has to be cut or traded, or he has to make the team. And at this point, I think 2 of the 4 roster spots are solidified: Ben Rice and JC Escar. The other 2 are the ones that I'm really curious about. If they bring in somebody next week who's an upgrade over Oswaldo Cabrera and he plays multiple positions, do they cut Cabrera or do they trade Cabrera? Like, this is going to be really interesting to see what they do next week. So they're going to be busy, and I wouldn't be surprised if they add an arm either. We just don't know who's gonna be option next week right now. So Peraza, I think, will be part of a trade too. So I would agree. I think he's going to be part of a trade. Now, before we go any further, I don't know if you heard this, but Giancarlo Stanton, there's chatter right now that the reason why he's injured is because he had made a bat switch. Somebody recommended a bat switch to him last year, and he switched his bat to a different one. And I'm not saying who it is, nobody is, but all I can say is that person is no longer with the Yankees. So it sounds as if this person is going to be held accountable or responsible for this bat switch. And it sounds like the prevailing sentiment is that's what led to Stanton being hurt. So that was an interesting one. So I don't know who's going to take Peraza. That's a good question, Davey. I don't know. But bat switch, yep. They're not saying who it was, but somebody suggested a bat switch, and he switched his bat. And they're saying now that that's probably one of the main contributing factor to him being hurt. Like I said, that person is no longer with the Yankees. They're not going to name drop that person anyway. So, but Wells, I think, and honestly, I think Wells will be. He reminds me of Kyle Schwarber if he leads off. A leadoff hitter doesn't have speed, but he puts the ball in play, hits home runs. Like, Kyle Schwarber wrecks havoc at leadoff. I think Austin Wells can do the same. Council Getty's in. The Prime Minister of Texas is in the building. How you doing, my friend? I love Bellinger's swing too. CWA. No. Well, I'd probably think, because I don't know, how much time did he have to adapt to this new bat? Did it cause mechanical changes, right, in his swing? Because he has a pretty violent swing. So, but the thing that's crazy is how is it in both elbows? He's swinging the bat. I mean, he's one of the few guys that hold on to the bat for pretty much the whole swing, so I can see that. But the extension of the arm is different when you're swinging both arms. So, I don't know. Could it be Soto? What, Wink? What do you mean Soto? Yeah, it was a good team. It was a pretty good team game for the Yankees. Ventura look, yeah. Yes, he did. Closing out the ninth, yeah. Yep. What's his last name again? Yeah, Jordani Ventura. I remember him with the Mets. The player that's no longer with the Yankees. What about Juan Soto? Wink. What are you asking about Soto? I think Bellinger might bat 300. He might hit 30 home runs as well. I think he's gonna play pretty well. He just looks like such a natural fit here, Cody Bellinger. He really, really does. What are you curious about Juan Soto, Wink? I want to make sure I understand what you're asking. Yeah, he's having some calf issues as well, Susan. But I mean, the primary issue was his elbows. He's gotten PRP injections 3 times now in both elbows. Oh, I don't know. I don't think it was a player that suggested the bat switch. No, it wasn't a player. It was someone else. And that person's no longer working with the Yankees. Suggesting that person was fired. So, David Robertson? That's a good question too, Manuel. David Robertson, JD Martinez is still available. Anthony Rizzo is still available. So, yeah. But if I had to pick for David Robertson, I could see him going to the Diamondbacks or something like that. Yeah, Bellinger's like a more athletic version of Paul O'Neill. I really do. Spencer Jones, DH. Yeah. Believe me, I like Spencer Jones. I do think he needs a little bit of time at AAA, but we can get his bat in this lineup. He works, he irons out his mechanics a little bit. I'll take him all day. Yeah, there was a couple upsets today in the first round. Yeah. Paul was just a complete fireball. He was so intense. Yeah, it sounds as if it was an employee. So, Vivas got reassigned too. He got optioned down Ace, but Vivas, he's another one I'm fine with. He's got options, and he hits from the lefty side. He's got speed, athleticism, and but I do think we're coming down to the end of the Peraza tenure here, unfortunately, and we'll find out Saturday about Carlos Carrasco because Saturday's the deadline. They have to let him know whether he's guaranteed to have a spot on the roster or he requests to be released, and he'll get picked up like that in free agency. So Saturday we'll know one way or another on Carlos Carrasco, and I do think he's probably going to make the team. So, yep. And Jazz had a good game today. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets 30-30 this year either, Jazz. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. That's a good question, Davey. I got to watch him again. I have to watch him again to see. To make a more informed opinion on that one. It's a good question. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Lombard does look good, too. Yes, he does. I think he's going to start in Double-A, which is good. So, we could have essentially, we could have probably 6 or 7 guys with 20-plus home runs. That's when the Yankees were at their best. They had guys like that. They didn't have one guy like almost 60 like Judge. Like they had a guy barely at 40, and everybody else like 25 home runs. So it's a longer offense, a longer lineup, which is a good thing. The same Yankee lineup kind of resembles that more. Last year was very top heavy with 2 superstars and then Stanton, and then there was a big drop off everywhere else. Now we've got length, we've got variety in this lineup. So the news with Stanton, Jonathan, this is somebody there is being suggested that there's somebody who recommended his bat switch, which he did switch bats mid-season, could be the one responsible for him getting hurt. And that person's been fired from the Yankees. So Dominguez, I could see that too. Cookie, I think Cookie deserves a shot. Cookie deserves a shot. So especially since they're going to skip Clark Schmidt's first start. And again, maybe they'll skip the first 2. Because, we had a 31-pitch live batting practice yesterday. And Paul Goldschmidt was hitting off of him. And that was that today. But they're happy with that, but they want to get his pitch count up to about 75 or 80. So he might miss the first 2 rounds, in which case we'll have Warren and Carrasco in there. Robert's a good question. I think he should start at Somerset, which is Double-A. High Hudson Valley. He was at Hudson Valley last season, but I think he's played well enough to start in Somerset. I do think, and that's a big step in your development. Once you get to Double-A, if you play well, then that's a good indication as to how ready you are to move up again. So, and Double-A is just this most stacked division in minor league baseball. So, we are 1 week away from opening day. 1 week from today. Unbelievable. Yep. 1 week when it was like, yeah. Um, I like this roster better than last year too, Steven. More balance, more depth. Yeah. And yeah, they addressed a lot of the holes that frustrated a lot of fans last year. You know, losing Soto enabled them to address multiple holes, which is a good thing too. So it's not like they just lost Soto and did nothing. They lost Soto and did a bunch of stuff. And I think it's important to point that out. So yeah, Volpe forced his way onto the roster. He also beat Oswald Peraza out in spring training, and that's important too. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Lombard's ready yet, but you never know. I can't see him being up here until at least 2026, maybe 27. But some people progress faster. Mhm. Max Fried, yeah, man. So I had a prediction last week. I predicted he was going to win 15 games and Devin Williams was going to save 30. Those are my two pitching predictions for the Yankees. So, um, yeah, Seager was like $300 million CWV. So, and he also beat out Peraza in spring training. He was replacing Didi. So, yeah, well, I think Cashman's going to bring in somebody, Susan. I think he's going to bring in somebody next week. Who? I don't know yet. So that's why I'm saying that roster is not going to be finalized until he figures out whether he's going to bring in an upgrade at third base. And who that's going to be, we have no idea. Yeah, we just talked about that. You've seen that's part of the look at the title of this live stream. Stanton injury caused by someone. The person who recommended the bat switch has been fired by the Yankees. They're not going to say who it is, but they're suggesting that could be the main reason why he was hurt. So, yeah, yeah, I mean, it could be. DM, you could be right. Judge Belly and Goldie better than Judge. So it could be. It could very well be. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people saying that finished second behind Boston 89. So who's saying that, Robert? If you don't mind me asking. Yeah, does have a violent swing. There's no it's one reason he gets doubled up so much because he hits the ball so hard. So him and Judge hit the ball harder than anybody else in baseball. There's no surprise these guys get drowned. They ground into a lot of double plays. So I do think Ben Rice makes the roster, Brian. I do think so. So the Red Sox, I think, are a pitcher away. They need another pitcher. But yeah, they have some. I mean, the Cam Schlitt looks pretty good. Wilking Rodriguez. Some of these guys look pretty good. So they have some hidden gems here. And they've got to work on Fernando Cruz's mechanics a little bit. And he's having some walks and hits issues, but yeah. Stanton's, yeah, he's class all the way. Such a pro. Such a pro. One reason I love the guy. Yeah, Ben Rice, man. Was he got 5 home runs now? 5 home runs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ben Rice. I mean, he also put on about 15 pounds of muscle this offseason. So he's definitely hitting the ball with more authority. You know. And again, the Blue Jays talked today about how confident they are that they'll extend Vlad Jr. That they're confident that's going to happen. Would I take Monty if Arizona wants to? That depends on how much they're willing to eat of the contract and what we can send back to them. Yeah, I mean, it's like if you look at the Yankees the last several years, the majority of their games, especially in the second half of the season, are won in the sixth, seventh, and eighth and ninth inning. So, and they've added to the bullpen, so they're in a good position to, to finish the season strong. despite losing Garrett Cole. So we'll see how cheap he comes, Davey. How much of the Diamondbacks willing to eat is the question. I know they want to get rid of him. So me, same here, Sean. I got much love, unlimited love for Giancarlo Stanton. He's always carried himself with class. He's one of the guys that stood up for IKF when he came here, when people were just dumping all over him. He stood up for his teammate, man. I respect that a lot. He was one of the most vocal leaders. You know, and he answers the hard questions. He stands in front of the heat and he takes it all the time. So yeah, super class. Judge too. Yeah, man. I think we're close, Ken. I think we're close. I'm curious to see. You might be right, Ken. I think they need to do some tweak of the bullpen. You got to figure that out. The bench, obviously, and um, I'm really curious to see who might become available next week. And like I said earlier, is he going to be an upgrade over Oswaldo Cabrera? Can he play the multiple positions better than Cabrera? Because if that's the case, then they can put Cabrera in a trade for someone for an arm. So that's what I'm looking for next week. That's pretty much what I'm really paying close attention to. Yeah. Yeah, Judge has gotten hits. Yes, he has, Brian. Well, yeah, I mean, I understand there were some other folks, but he came off a 59 home run MVP season too. And the Marlins took Starlin Castro back, and they ate about $30 million, which is now going to take effect in the next 3 years. So, and Stanton came in. He's been our best postseason bat since he's been here. So, yeah, Stanton's always exactly, Susan. He stands up and just answers all the hard questions, takes the heat, does it like a pro, comes back the next day, and strikes a fear into pitchers, man. Stan's built for a Philly. You know what, CeeLo? Could they trade Oswaldo Cabrera for somebody like Ranger Suarez? Because I'm hearing that the Phillies might move him next week. Since they got Jesus Luzardo from the Marlins, maybe that's made Ranger Suarez available or expendable, and he could replace somebody like Nestor Cortez here. So, yep. That's one thing I'm looking out for too. Do the Yankees add an arm and a bat, or just a bat, or something? Don't know. That's what I'm gonna be looking for next week. I'm really, really, really curious to see who gets optioned out next week. Yeah. Now I like Cabrera too, and I think the only way they would get rid of him is if somebody became available that was better than him. But he plays like a pro with a smile. He hustles all the time. His energy is positive, right, all the time, and he's a pro and he's just a great Yankee. And people love having him around, but he can't hit lefties, unfortunately. And I think if they find somebody they can, that could also play multiple positions, that might make him put him in a vulnerable spot. I don't know. You're seeing. I honestly think the starting third baseman's not here yet. Monty. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see how much the Diamondbacks will be willing to eat from Montgomery's contract. You might be right too, Ken. Yeah, I think they're going to strike out less. I think they're going to steal more bases. I think they're going to hit better with runners in scoring position. They're going to do a lot of the little things better this year, this Yankees team. That's a good question too, Susan. Would he veto a trade to the Yankees? Like, well, actually, he's not a 10-5 guy, so he can't veto a trade. Um, Nolan Arenado, yeah, that could pop out of nowhere too. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm hearing too. That Joey Gallo wants to convert into a pitcher. Yeah, there was a guy named Rick Ankiel who was a pitcher who could never find the plate. Then he converted to a hitter and an outfielder, and he was better at that. I think it's going to be a tougher transition for Gallo though. Martian's doing okay. His bat's heating up now. See, he's hitting over 300 in March, so his bat's heating up. He's rounding into shape right at the right time, which is good. Yeah, White Sox, right? Yeah, yeah. Happy early birthday, Jonathan. All right, happy early birthday to the Jonathan, the PMVI, the Prime Master of Valuable Intel, right there. And everybody smacked the like button. By the way, we almost got 100 people in here. No, and celebrate that Yankees 9-7 win tonight. Oh, yeah, happy early birthday to Jonathan, bro. Hope you get a. Hope somebody gives you a nice present, some cake, something good. Spencer Jones was a solid pitcher before his injury at Tommy John, and then they agreed that it would be better for him to hit. But he was a solid pitcher, but he converted from pitcher to batter late, so he's not developmentally he's not as polished as some of these other folks are. Right now, St. John's is winning 33-28 at halftime, which is fantastic. Rick Ankiel, yeah. Yeah, remember Rick Ankiel, right, Davey? He could not find a plate for his life if his life depended on his pitcher. That's right. Yeah, I saw that Josh. I remember that when Josh Donaldson pitched. I remember that. I remember IKF pitched also. And keep in mind, people were poo-pooing that trade, but the Yankees went to the ALCS with those guys. But IKF and Donaldson. No. I'm rooting for St. John's to at least get to the Final Four. They're in a tough bracket. At some point, they're probably gonna, if they keep going, they're gonna have to play Florida, which is gonna be a tough one. Duke's on the other bracket on the other side, so I think Duke's gonna get into the Final Four. Cooper Flag is healthy now, so um, it's gonna be an interesting way of one game at a time for the St. John's, man. Let's just win this game and get to the next round. Oh yeah, Mick and Nathan's. Or maybe he'd be the guy. He be the guy that starts to ride for the Cyclone in Coney Island. Yeah, have a great birthday tomorrow, Jonathan. Really, have a wonderful birthday, my friend. Volpe hit a home run today. He went deep. Um, Japanese pitchers who want to be. I don't know, Brian. That's a good question. Dominguez has been listening to Bernie Williams. I've noticed that too. Bernie's been kind of mentoring him. And he seems like he's coming into his own a little bit more now, which is great. So, but he's a rookie, so he needs time to develop. Bernie needed time to develop. Mo needed time. Jeter needed time to develop. So, a lot of these guys need time to develop, and that's okay. That really is okay. Yeah, man. But that's what we got. Now, let me take a look right now and see if any more roster moves happen. Generally, these happen after the games. The Yankees reassign somebody, they option somebody out, or whatever. We talked about Lee Brandt already, and Winans, they did that. Let's see. Nothing right now for the Yankees, and just buckle up, gang. It's going to be a busy week next week for the Yankees. And it's not going to be a bunch of sexy moves. It's going to could be just under the radar moves, which could be strategically impactful. Christian Leitner. Oh, yeah. The only college guy in the dream team, Christian Leitner. Duke, yeah, he was there. Bobby Hurley, some of those other guys. Yeah. Grant Hill wasn't on that team, was it? Yeah, I think Dominguez is getting more confident too. Nathan Hoffman. Yeah, converted to relievers. This is true. This is true. Good points. Good points, Ken. Beagle, where'd you send me photos, Beagle? Velasquez, he has not been reassigned yet. Andrew Velasquez. Recreate. Australia League. In these time. Nobody at this point right now, Brian. There's also a league that they're building or developing in Dubai. So, yeah, Warren got hit a little bit. I mean, again, there's some really good hitters. Let me give it that 1-3-run home run. I was at Adley Rushman, right? Aside from that, he was decent, but I'll take a look at it, Beagle. Sugano, I think he's an older pitcher too. So, he has had a good spring, Ken. You're right about that. Bobby Hurley, Thomas Hill, Grant Hill, Christian. Yeah. Yeah. I think Carlos Boozer was the next generation after that. Convert cricket players. Trevor Bauer's pitching somewhere. Yeah, where's he pitching? With the Mexican League or the Japanese League or something like that? Maybe the Mexican League. I think Mexican League, right? Let's see here. Yeah, nothing. Trevor Bauer. Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see what JD. I'm surprised he hasn't been signed yet. JD Martinez. I'm really surprised. He'll bring some value to somebody. And then David Robertson too, man. He had a good year last year. He had 99 Ks and 70 innings with a 3.58 ERA. Like, he was good. Yeah. Oh, Grandmama, yeah. UNLV. Mexican League. Yes, he's pitching in the Mexican League. All right. I would have. Yeah, there's a reason why no team wants Trevor Bauer. It's because of the baggage that he brings and the disruption that he causes to the clubhouse. And again, like, you would have to cut a pitcher to make room for Bauer. Who are you going to cut to make room for Trevor Bauer? That's the other question. And how do you explain that to that person? We're cutting you to bring in Trevor Bauer. How do you explain it? That's a tough conversation. That's one conversation I would not want to have. JD Martinez apparently was in talks with the Reds. That could still happen too. I'm right with you, baby. I'm super sad too. I really am. Gonzaga, yeah, I think they won tonight, right? Gonzaga. I think Gonzaga won. Texas A&M won. Arkansas, the 10 seed, beat Kansas, the 7 seed. The Tennessee beat Wofford. Gonzaga won 89-68. They're an 8 seed, beat Georgia, 9 seed. BYU won. Clemson lost, and they were a 5 seed. They got beat by McNeese, who was a 12 seed. That was one of the upsets. Auburn, number 1 seed, they won. Houston won. The number 1 seed. Wisconsin, number 3 seed, they won. Purdue won, number 4 seed. But Louisville, yeah, upset by Creighton. 9 seed beat the 8 seed. I think they're gonna ride Carrasco for as long as he can, and then once he stops being productive, then they might move on from him. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen at that point. Xavier beat Texas. That's right, Ken. Um, John sent an email. Yeah, I think Carrasco's going to make the team, right? We'll find out Saturday. Yep, Kansas State get beat. Yeah, Jersey City. Yeah, St. Anthony's, New Jersey. That's a big program. I know the St. Anthony's in Long Island is also a big one. The St. Anthony's in Jersey, they got a big football team, big football program too. There's a couple of really big programs: St. Anthony, CBA, Christian Brothers Academy in Lincroft, New Jersey. Big time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Max is in the building. Most definitely. Once we find out what the roster is going to be, um, let's get together on and we'll break it down for everybody. Love to talk with you about it, Max. Absolutely. Before opening day for sure. I mean, we'll find out about Carrasco on Saturday, but they're going to be busy next week because they're looking to upgrade a third base. So I'm really curious to see what moves they make, but we'll know. I'm guessing probably by Wednesday, the day before. But whenever you want to link up, Max, just let me know and we'll set it up. Let's rock and roll. Let's do it. I'm totally up for that, bro. St. Raymond's in the Bronx. I mean, you got Mount St. Michael. You got a lot of good Rice High School. I mean, I went to Queen. I went to Monsignor McClancy in Queens, and Felipe Lopez played for Rice when I was there, and he used to come and just destroy my high school. Destroy my high school. Felipe Lopez was like a god in high school. So they have super tough decisions. Super tough decisions. I would love to be a fly on the wall, but I'd hate to be those guys making those decisions. Happy early birthday to you, Davey, too. We got Jonathan's birthday tomorrow. We got Davey's birthday Sunday. Happy 51, man. Love it. Love it. Have a great night, Jonathan. Enjoy your birthday tomorrow, too, brother. Hey, Max, what do you think is going to be the final four-man occupation on the bench? I mean, I think Rice and Escar are going to occupy two spots, but who after that are the other two spots? I don't know. You know, and then they're looking to get a right-handed bat who can hit lefties, who's out of options. They're looking to potentially add one. So my question, and I mentioned this a little bit ago, that if this bat can play multiple positions, do they move on from Oswaldo Cabrera? Right. So Dom Smith, Grisham, yeah, see Rice. Now, do you have Oswaldo Cabrera making the team, Max? If they don't make a trade, yeah. Grisham, Rice, Escaris. I mean, I'm pretty close on that too. Yeah, I think you're right close to on the money right there. See, I think you're gonna be pretty close, Max, if not spot on. Yep. Ray is too. Like these guys are really. I mean, in Minguia, I mean, like my God, these guys are crushing it. DJ and Stanton and yeah, yeah. I don't know. That's what I think. And the Detroit Tigers optioned out Jace Young the other day. He's 24. So that's why I think Cabrera is going to make it. I think he's going to be maybe the third of four on the bench. I don't think Peraza is going to make it. I think they're going to bring in somebody next week who's going to be the starter at third base, which is going to relegate Cabrera to the bench. I think, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm really curious to see what they do next week. Really, really curious. No, DJ. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think. You need to get much disagreement here, Susan. I think you're on to something there. I think DJ's done too. Escaris look money good. Well, that's the other thing too, Vivas. That's what I mean. Like he did get optioned out to AAA Vivas. Yep. So my guess is I think they're gonna look to add an arm maybe next week and trade some of these guys like Peraza and some of these other guys in a trade to get an arm. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right between Peraza, Dom Smith, and Reyes. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have any options, Peraza. And the problem with Peraza is he's streaky with his bat and he's streaky with his health. So he's not streaky with his glove. And that's I think the problem. Right? So I think him being out of options was working. It's going to work against Peraza, unfortunately. Um, I don't know. See, I have no idea. Trey Fair. I mean, it's possible. How much are the Cardinals willing to eat? I mean, you're basically coming down to the last, the wire here. And again, like Cashman's known for making trades the week before or the week of opening day, like he did last year with what's his name? Oh my God, John Birdie, and then 2 years ago with Jose Trevino, who signed an extension today with the Reds. If you haven't heard, 11 million guaranteed. There's also a team option for 2028 for $6 million, but a $1 million buyouts. But he's getting 11.5 million dollars guaranteed. I think it's like 5.2 or something like that for the next 2 years, 26 and 27. And then this year he's going to make like 3.5 million. So good for him. Good for Jose Trevino. Last thing, yeah, Johnny Dan's a good point too, Max. Yeah, yeah. And this is what I see. This is what I'm thinking too, Davey. Right? Like, could you package Pereira and Peraza to get a reliever? And like, what reliever is the other question, right? Could you get an Andrew Nardi, something like that? Because I'm liking what I'm seeing from Wilking Rodriguez too. Like, crazy. I think the competition for the bullpen is going to be pretty darn good, all the way down, right down to the wire. St. John, yeah, good for St. John's. Let's go. Let's go, Red Storm. Come on, baby. Yeah, Wells is going to remind me of Kyle Schwarber as a leadoff hitter. A leadoff hitter who can't run for nothing, but is going to wreak havoc on the base paths and with the bat. Fernando Cruz, I watched him today. He's got good stuff, but he needs to work on his mechanics. He's having trouble with walks and his secondary pitches. So I think he could be a guy that gets optioned and starts in AAA in favor of somebody like Wilking Rodriguez or one of these other guys, Michael Abreu, one of these guys that they got the last month or so. He averages 15 Ks per nine, so they're not going to move on from Fernando Cruz. But I still think he needs to work on some mechanical stuff, Max. He does. 'Cause I wasn't that impressed with what I saw with him yesterday. So yeah, Dom Smith, he looks good too. He looks good too. No, Ryan Helsley from the Cards. Yeah, he could. I'm I'm really curious, man. Cruz, yeah, he sweats a lot too. My God, it's like Ian Hamilton. These guys are like, um, what did Rick Rude say? Fat, out of shape, inner city, sweat hogs. These guys are they're like dripping. Aroldis Chapman's another guy dripping with sweat. I'm like, what did you run 10 miles before you got on the freaking mound? What did you do? My gosh. No, I hear you. I think he needs more. I think they need to stash him in AAA and let him work on his mechanics before he comes up. And we still have Jake Cousins. Yeah, Johnny Loizaga, Scotty Frost, Rubricus. We have depth here, sitting lots of depth too. Yeah. Trade him for the pitcher, Joey Gallo. Shit. Joey Gallo. Oh my heavens. Uh, did you hear about the Stanton bat thing, Max? Yeah, right, right. Rest in peace, Ray Ravishing Rick Rude, man. Yep, yep. But that was part of the conversation too tonight, too, Max. If you haven't heard if anybody else hasn't heard, somebody recommended a bat switch to Giancarlo Stanton second half of the season. He switched bats, and now it's being suggested that that bat switch is what was responsible for Stanton being injured. And that person has been since fired from the Yankees. They're not saying who it is, but whoever recommended that bat switch for Stanton sounds like he's being held accountable for him being hurt. So it's kind of crazy. Man, it's kind of nuts. But that's what we're hearing right now. You think Kentucky's gonna win it all? Yeah, Max. I'll send you the article. I'll send you the article, man. And you can take a look at it. It's nuts. I saw about an hour before we went live. I said, "What the hell is this?" Yeah, I'll see. I think Escar is going to make the team. This guy was an Uber driver last year. Talk about great story. My God, it's like Shane Falco from the Replacements, right? Scraping turds off boats, and then he becomes a starting quarterback. Yeah, Joey Gallo. Yep. Well, that's a tough. That's a tough thing, Susan. I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that, Dave. He used to come and stick. Yeah, he used to come and kiss a woman with that mustache. He had that handlebar mustache, Rick Rude. Oh yeah, yeah. Somebody. See, this is a new one. This is a new one. Like, it's kind of crazy. Let me see. Um, where the healthy? Where is the article here? Um, let's see. There's I'll send you the name of the article. New York Post. Here's another one. Giancarlo Stanton's bat at the center of a bizarre injury theory. That's the title of it. Right? This is just one of them. Mm-hmm. Written by John Heyman from the Post. But he's not the only one writing this. This is not the only one who's writing this stuff. So it's crazy. This is nuts. It's just super weird. Super weird. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much different the bat was, but maybe there was something that kind of torqued his mechanics a little bit more than he thought. So I'd say it's hard to put that one together. Like, it's just really hard to put that one together. So, Macho Man Randy said, I used to watch a Roddy Piper. Just poke people in the eyes on a regular basis. It was fantastic. Yeah, Abdul Buckner. Oh God, yeah. When that ball went through his legs, good heavens, they wanted him to be eaten by great white sharks. McNeese upset Clemson. Yeah, there's a lot of first round. This happens every year. Like 2 seeds get upset by 15 seeds. It's crazy. It's crazy. Absolutely nuts. Yeah. McNeese. I don't even where the hell's McNeese? I don't even know where McNeese is. Where's McNeese University? UCLA is killing Utah State. St. John's is now up by 17. Fantastic. Rick Rude, Randy Savage, adorable Adrian Adonis. Like, can you remember him? My God. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Yeah. I met Roddy Piper. Steve Bartman. Oh, remember that, man? Oh my God. And what's the kid? Jeffrey Mayer. He caught that home run in the '96 playoffs that Derek Jeter hit, and it was a Tony Tarasco. He reached over and grabbed the ball over the outfielder from the Orioles in right field, and they called it a home run. I think it was Jeffrey Meyer. He became like notorious. I remember that. I don't know if I showed this to you, Max, but where is it? Where the hell is my photo? Did you see this, Max? This is me and my guy Ric Flair. Let's see if I can. Yeah, baby. I'm there with the Nature Boy, baby. Nature Boy. Yeah, yeah. They live, we sleep. You got that right. I mean, I like Ric Flair, man. I got. Who else do I got here? I got a bunch of in my other my camera. I got Kevin Nash, Diesel. I got a bunch of other ones. Who else did I get photos with? Where the hell are they? I got the Bellas. Oh, here we go. This is me with the Bella girls. Nikki and Bree. Yeah, baby. I've not met Ric Flair's daughter. Ric Flair's that dude was cool. That dude was cool. I haven't met The Rock, but I have met Jason Statham. He's cool. Pete Dunne, nice dude. I did meet the Bellas, Max. Yeah, that was like, Nikki, you and me both, bro. And Nikki was super charming. Bree was a little low key. Nikki was like, yo, all personality, is absolutely radiating personality, man. My God. George Animal Steel. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, CeeLo. You know what I mean? But yeah, Bree and Nikki was super chill, man. And I got my man. Wait, let me pull this off the screen here. Something just came on my screen. My man Danny Glover. Lethal Weapon. You guys, your boy Gary Busey. When I met him, he was drunk. He was drunk when I met him, slurring when I talked to him. He was a college professor. Yep. Yes, he was. George Animal Steel. Let's see. You got my man. You got Max. Got my man Jamie Kennedy. My boy. Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters. Winston. That's my man Kimbo Slice. Yeah, Honky Tonk Man. I met Virgil, who was his bodyguard or whatever the hell it was. My mom worked in the entertainment industry for like 30 years. Yeah. So I've got pictures with Denzel. I've got pictures with Anthony Hopkins. I've got pictures with like a lot of people. I got what's this? Kate Beckinsale, that actress. I've been lucky enough to meet a lot of these people. Like really fortunate. My man Richard Dreyfuss from Jaws. uh, who the hell else we got here? Uh, Joey Pants from The Fugitive and from The Sopranos, Ralphie. Uh, got all these cats. I got a whole bunch. Denzel's the man. His Stanton was in Deja Vu with Denzel, dude. You had lunch with Denzel, dude. I've met Cena too. Cena was cool. Cena was real cool. That's awesome too, Benji. In spring training is the best time to meet the players. They're just so down to earth and like they're just Right? Ah, nice, Max. My mom is we met Denzel. My mom used to be good friends with the late Gregory Hines, and we went to his memorial at the Apollo Theater, and Denzel was there. And that's when I met Denzel. Um, and then when he was in the Broadway, he's in the Broadway shows right now. He's in a Broadway show. Is it Othello right now with Jake Gyllenhaal? But he will after every show, everybody that comes and has a playbill, he'll sign an autograph and take a picture with everybody. He'll stand in front of the show afterward for like 2 hours and take pictures with everybody. Denzel, that guy, he's like one of the coolest people you'll ever meet. Such a selfless man, such a good dude, man. Mm-hmm. Morgan Freeman's another one. He's a legend. I met Gene Hackman too. Oh, I heard Judge is a nice guy too. Like, there's a lot of them. See, it's nice talking about this stuff too. So it's cool when your favorite celebrities and are actually cool people. I met a couple who were not very friendly, um, and it's disappointing, but it is what it is. You can't expect them all to be cool. Yeah, Denzel is a man of faith. He is. St. John's up by 20. Rick Pitino's on fire, man. Rick Pitino's going out like a legend, man. I have not met Stone Cold. I would love to meet Stone Cold though. Yeah, I hear you, Max, bro. Yes, I could talk wrestling all day, dude. Like all day, bro. All day. Yeah, I heard Sterling is pretty cool too. Harlem Globetrotter's nice. I've been lucky enough to meet Jordan, so that was really cool. Really cool. It's a different community, Max, right? Yeah, it is a brotherhood. I didn't see the Cena promo on Raw. I don't really watch Raw now, so I haven't seen Raw in a while. I didn't realize Cena was back in it. I like the old school. I mean, back the British Bulldogs, like the Legion of Doom. Like you can't go wrong with any of those dudes. Any of them. My God, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, Kamala, Yokozuna. Did Cena turn? Oh God. Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah. Yeah. He beat up Cody because Rock told him. Offensive coordinator. Nice, dude. Nice wink. Snoop Dogg, dude. Of course you're in the club. So you're in, bro. You didn't even have to ask. You're already in, dude. Oh, he's a heel now. That's a shame. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely coming back up a level, man. I used to watch the Divas when it was in Total Bellas. It's no longer like, man. Triple H. I used to DX was my people, man. Remember DX? Dynamite Kid. Yo, Bubba Ray Dudley, nice. I met um Mankind. Oh, super legends, super legends. Snoop Dogg, I like. I like Snoop. I like Snoop, man. Yeah, Knicks players. I went to a bowling event with a bunch of Knicks. And I bowled with a bunch of Knicks, which was pretty cool. Happened several years ago, but 66 likes. Keep smacking that like button, gang. Triple A's right now. He's at the top, man. He's married to Stephanie McMahon, right? So, yeah, Diamond Dallas Pig, Degeneration X, Iron Sheik, yeah, Female Ice, Wendy Richter back in the day, Fabulous Moolah. Oh my God. The Rock is on the board of directors. Holy Jesus. Shit. Love it. I met John Flaherty when I took my mom down to spring training when she turned 60. And we met Flaherty, we met uh who else? Sterling, O'Neill, quite a few of these people. Right at the hotel bar. At the hotel bar we were staying. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Miss Elizabeth, Rodwood, Macho Man. Yeah. You and Mariah Carey's personal drive in Atlanta. That is dope, CeeLo. It's good to hear she's nice. That is always nice. That is always good to hear. Great tipper. Yeah. My favorite rap artist of all time was a nice guy and was one of the coolest people I met too. So that made me very happy. Very, very happy. Kimberly Jones, nice, bro. Nice. Thanks, man. Meredith. Nice, Benji. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, Benji. Yeah, I'm jealous too. The Undertaker. Oh yeah. The villain from Jaws. You know who's huge too? Did you see the Rob Zombie version of Hollow? If you're into horror movies, Halloween. This is the guy that played Michael Myers. He's like 7 feet tall. Tyler Mane. And this is Jason from Friday the 13th, Kane Hodder. See, look at my face. Look like I'm shitting my pants. He's actually has his hands around my neck and he picked me up off the floor. I'm not even touching the floor right there. But that's Jason from Friday the 13th. The only guy to play Jason in multiple Friday the 13th movies. So seriously, rock him. That's my guy. That's my number one. And he was super cool. Normal, humble dude, man. It made me so happy. I've been a Rakim fan for 30 years. Love Rakim. That's my number one. Big Line Volkov. So yeah, I remember that, Davey. You met Jazz, dude. I'm happy that we got Jazz. I really am. Cruise ship. Nice, Sean. Nice. That's freaking cool, man. That is super cool. Right, yeah, Rakim is my number one. So seriously, I heard Soda was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm glad Lindor's cool too. That's good. It's nice to hear. You know, it's nice to hear. Like the Junkyard Dog, Killer Bees. Hands are man. Let's see some of the celebrities I met that were not friendly. Ed Harris, not very friendly. Um, Angela Bassett, not very friendly. Don't sweat the technique, right? Oh God, yeah. Microphone fiend. You know what my top 5 is? Um, Rakim, Biggie, Eminem, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One. That's my 5. Your mom waited on Goldberg? That's freaking cool, dude. That is cool, Max. Damn, that's cool. I met Sean Penn when he was filming The Interpreter at the United Nations. My dad worked at the UN for like 30 years, and they were filming The Interpreter at the UN, and I was able to meet Sean Penn. He was all right, but he's got a temper. He's got a temper. But he was cool. He was cool to me. Pedro, I heard, was nice too. Doug Mirabelli, nice. This is a good point too, so seriously. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I met Roger Clemens. That was cool. I got to meet Don Mattingly. It was freaking awesome. And I never met Billy Martin. No, I wasn't. I was when he passed away. I was like an infant, a toddler or something like that. So I've never met Billy Martin, unfortunately. My mom used to be friends with Rick Cerrone from the Yankees. I met Paul O'Neill. I met Joe Girardi. I met David Cohn. Um, the Hambino from the Sandlot. Damn. See, this is a fun conversation. After we recap the game, it's nice to just shoot the breeze with y'all for a little bit. Al Pacino. I was lucky. I went to the opening night of Jersey Boys on Broadway, and I met Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci. I met the entire cast from Sopranos. They were there. That was cool. Joe Pesci's very quiet, very low key. So is De Niro. Um, but Tony James Gandolfini was so cool. May he rest in peace. Mickey Rivers, nice man, nice. Who are some of the friendliest celebrities? Molly Shannon, Mary Catherine Gallagher from Saturday Night Live. She was so cool. Um, Lucy Liu, super cool too. Nice. I met Dave Winfield at the Omni Hotel. My wife and I were staying there, and he was staying there too at the Omni Hotel. Did a road trip through there, and the Omni Hotel is connected to Petco Park to the Padres. So we did a tour of Petco Park while we were there, and he was checking in while we were at the lobby, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's true! Yeah, that's Dave Winfield, man. That was cool. That was really cool." Looking for one more photo for you, Max. I think I got one that you might like. Let's see if I can find it. Hmm. Ah, there we go. With Lennox Lewis. Yeah, me and Lennox. That was dope. Scarlett Johansson's. I like Scarlett Johansson. Drew Barrymore. Oh, I met Linda Carter. Yeah, Wonder Woman. Yeah, Jay-Z came off like an ass. Oh, yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame, Robert. Sorry to hear it, man. Very sorry to hear it. Um, who else was cool? Um, President Obama was cool. President Bush was cool. President Clinton was cool. I met all 3 of those guys. Um, who else? Oh, you know who was cool too? Where is it? There's so many pictures on my phone. I took my sister to meet Chris Hemsworth. That dude was chill. That dude was chill, man. Chris Hemsworth. And Anthony Mackie was super cool too, man. Loved Anthony Mackie. That guy was so down to earth. Hemsworth was really nice too. I met George Bush in the elevator at the UN. He came in, and my dad was in there, and myself, and he had shit. I don't know, 20 Secret Service agents surrounding him. You couldn't even move. Couldn't move. He was there for the GA, the General Assembly. Mo, I heard Mo's cool. Amy Grant. My wife's a big fan of Amy Grant Christmas songs. She loves Amy Grant. This is cool. It's really cool to see y'all met some cool people too. I love it. Vanessa Del Rio, my God. Lizette Melendez, remember her? My God. Shit. Yeah. He used to own the Texas Rangers, man. George Bush, yeah. Nothing right now. No, that case was crazy. Absolutely crazy with that Mariano Rivera Church scandal. Absolutely freaking nuts. And that's disturbing too, Wink. But I haven't heard anything new. But it's still disturbing. Mm-hmm. Oh, damn. Sean. Charles Lindbergh? Wow. Jeez. I was lucky enough. I met him, and I met Patrick Ewing. That was cool too. Nathan Lane, Benji. I got a crazy Nathan Lane story. When I was in college, I was an usher, and one of the shows I worked at was The Producers in Manhattan. And Nathan Lane hit on me. He tried to take me home at a Christmas party. Yep. Yep. My mom saw it too. She never let me get over it. Still to this day. Lindbergh, baby K. Yeah, man. Nice, Benji. Then Mo will be staying on as a coach with the Yankees. Mariano Rivera? I did not hear that, Susan. Nathan Lane is very quiet, low key. But when you're in his circle, like I worked at the theater, so I saw him every day. I saw him and Matthew Broderick, who they were together every day. And yeah, I used to see him on a regular basis. I used to hi to him all the time. But he's very low key. But if he takes a liking to you, he's like a little perv. He flirts with dudes. He's gay, obviously. He flirts with guys. So Will Chamberlain, damn. That's crazy, Sean. Wow. Hal Steinbrenner was nice. Well, that's good to hear too. Chuck Schumer was at my undergrad graduation. He was one of the guest speakers. Yeah. I don't know if the Yankees would have Mo as a coach now with all the stuff that's going on with that church scandal. That would be. I would be curious about that one, Susan. I would be. I really would be. This is fantastic, everybody. I'm glad we had this conversation. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad the Yankees won. A-Rod's awesome. Yankee Cano is nice. All right, good. It's good to hear, too. It's good to hear. I guess I would agree with that. Sean Moe's probably laying low. I would agree. Andrew Miller. I liked Andrew Miller. I heard Willie Randolph is super cool, too. Shroom was a great side. I didn't know that. That's cool, Davey. That is cool. Very, very cool. So, but anyway, gang, go have a great night. Appreciate you all coming on. Hit the like button on the way out if you haven't done that yet. Love you guys. You guys are the best. Have a great night. Be back tomorrow. See you then.